Set in the distant future, when life on Earth has been made impossible. Welcome to UnderRail. This is a game that's currently in development, made by Stygian Software. It's an early access game on Steam, and they've been generous enough to let me try it out. And it's being touted as an old-school, turn-based, isometric, indie role-playing game. How's that for descriptive? So I think you guys will probably see a lot of remnants from Fallout 1, which I have really never played, but just from what I have seen in various footage, it looks like it's that type of style. It's the old school mentality of RPGs, so lots of reading. I don't know if there's going to be any voice acting, and it is an alpha, so not everything's fully fleshed out yet, but I wanted to start a new game with you guys and take you through about 20, maybe 25 minutes, and just get a feel for it to show this little thing off to you guys. So let's get a new game going. As you can see, very old school. Like, you get to come up with your name, which is great. You get to put your base points into whatever you want. I'm going to focus on, not so much on strength. I usually like to go with like dexterity, perception, will, intelligence, agility, that kind of thing. From skills, you have 120 base points to pretty much go into, like, anything. For the purposes of the beginning of this game, I'm going to focus mostly on just guns and things like that. Most of what I show you will just be interacting with people, and I'll try to get to the gun range and show you guys how combat works. Throwing, I'm not so concerned about. Maybe going to crossbows a little bit. Evasion would be nice. And you should probably have some type of balance. I do like that there's some stealth and some hacking. It would be great to be able to see some of that stuff. Pickpocketing, traps a little bit. I'll go into a little bit of technology on each one. And I'm going to skip Psi for now. I have a feeling that we won't get to that. But as you can see, it's pretty deep, lots of customization. And I think this is going to spark a lot of interest from people that have played those old school RPGs. And then you've got your feats, which is just kind of like permanent bonuses. So conditioning, hit and run, nimble. I think I'm gonna do Ninja Looter, reduces pickpocketing time by 50%, and then reduces suspicion. And one of the things I did notice when I started another game is that if you steal from somebody and they see you, they're gonna kill you. And unfortunately, that happened to me, but I like when games do that. I don't like when you can just go and steal everyone's stuff and they don't care. I like it to be kind of a challenge in that sense. Let's see here, what else? Aim shot with any ranged weapon for a guaranteed critical hit, and then a cooldown of 3 turns. So let's do this. What's intriguing to me is the turn-based stuff, because I'm not sure how that's going to play in. So I'm hoping that we get a chance to see that. So Hadri Tanner is saying, all right, last topic, of course, earthquake repairs. Is the breach at the administration level finally closed off? Yes. This is Vera Hale speaking. And then Hadrian, and the South Tunnel, what's the situation there? Gorski says, gotta dig deeper to plant the explosives or we risk more damage to the tunnel. Almost everyone is working shifts up there now that the administration level is stabilized. Shouldn't be too long now. Gorski, how's the security looking? Got 1 man at the cave exit and that's enough. Automated security is strong there, and as long as we know the crossroad and the cove are clear, no one can sneak up on us. Got 1 man at the underpass and he's ordered not to open the gate no matter what. That would be too risky at this time. Everyone else is up at the platform securing workers and tunnels. Good. If no one has anything else to add, that will conclude the council meeting. Actually, just one more thing. In case you didn't know already, I admitted a new citizen to the station. That Mr. Odd fellow? Yeah, he scored very high on most of the tests. I think will be a good addition to this station. You put too much trust in your tests, Tanner. We'll see how he handles live action. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Best put him to work immediately. We need all hands on deck right now. Indeed. Okay, so this is where we start. This is like our home. As you can see, there's some things you can hover over to interact with, basic point and click style. You do have some hotkey things down here. So I just went into stealth mode I have no clue how to use it yet, but it does take a certain number of action points to do. I'm not sure where my action points show up just yet, but I'll probably learn about this as we go. There's pickpocketing, there's all sorts of stuff. So let's turn on the lights, see what we're dealing with here, and let's check our computer. Security scope, Mr. Odd, personal access level full, okay. Key card. Hi, I fixed your door so the key card should work. If you haven't found it yet, the key card should be in your desk. See you around. And welcome from Tanner. Congratulations, you've passed all the tests we presented you in the past weeks and have now obtained full citizenship in Southgate Section, SGS as it will commonly be referred to. On behalf of the entire community, I welcome you into our fold. Visit me in my office in the Commons as soon as you've rested so we can discuss your duties in the coming days. All right, cool. So let's grab the key that he mentioned. Private quarters key card. And as you can see, we don't have a portrait here. I'm not sure if that's something, I imagine they're gonna implement something. I've noticed that portraits for other characters are missing as well. So I'm looking forward to see how they design that stuff. But let's see, you can check out the shelves obviously, but there's nothing going on. The hanged rat, what could it mean? I don't know. The colorful mosaic doesn't seem to represent anything in particular. Okay, we've got some credits, SGS credits, perfect. You'll notice the text here is a little bit small. I can't adjust that, but you can adjust the subtitle stuff. I have it set as large as I can make it. One thing that would be nice is like I'm playing in 1080p, so if you guys are watching, it's probably easier to see this text in 1080 or original quality. But it'd be great if they could have this scale to a larger size because it is pretty small. Same with the HUD, it's a bit small for. As you can see, there's lots of empty space here, so. All right, let's check out our lockers here, and then we're gonna leave. We've got an armor suit and mechanical repair tool. That sounds good. Health hypo and a bandage, so if we get injured. Let's check our inventory out and equip our suit. Everything else we should be okay just to hold on to for now. And it does look like it does change how you look aesthetically. So if I remove this, and if you just watch the guy, that's cool. It's a nice touch. I mean, they could easily have just said, nah, you know what, we're not gonna do something like that, but it makes such a big difference. Those little things. All right, so we need to head to the Commons area. And the way you navigate the map is just by clicking, and to move, you just bring your mouse to the edges of the screen. All right, so let's go to the Commons. What else can we get ourselves into here? Let's just go look for the individual that wants to talk to us. This looks like the only office in the area. A couple of presentation rooms. Yeah, this is Tanner, perfect. He notices you as you approach him, but remains focused on the monitors in front of him for a few more seconds as he types out something quickly. He then gives you his full attention and a friendly smile. Congratulations once again, Mr. Odd, and welcome aboard. You scored highly on our test, no small feat that I'm sure that you'll turn out to be a very valuable and respected citizen. Your welcoming party will have to wait, though, I'm afraid, as there are some pressing matters keeping a lot of us occupied at the moment. Okay. Don't like parties much anyways. Well, it's tradition. Besides, people will want to get to know you. We don't get new faces here very often. As you can see, no portrait. I imagine that's something that's going to be updated in the future. Hope the earthquake didn't disturb you too much and you were able to rest a bit. We got our work cut out for us today. How are you doing? It's about time. Do I get to shoot stuff? Let's do it. In fact, we're just gonna skip to that part. All right. First, you can have your gun back. Lucas at the armory should have it. Since you'll be doing some field work today, I want you to head to the shooting range and warm up in case it gets ugly. Speak to Gorski if he's there. He'll help you get set up for some practice sessions. So we need to find Lucas at the armory and then talk to Gorski. And I guess we could just run out there and get in some trouble, but we better not. We better go and check out the armory and take down some targets. Before you go, Dr. Pasquale wanted to see you. So you should probably pop down to his office in the medical sector when you have the time. Okay. So let's head back to the elevator. And we'll head to the armory. If I was playing this fully, I would be going and talking to all of these individuals to see what we can do. But I just want to give you guys a general sense of what to expect. Okay, so let's see here. This looks like this is probably the armory here, shooting range up top. No smoking in the armory. Yeah, that's good advice. Hey again, Mr. Odd. I hear you'll be staying with us for a while. For a while at least. Make yourself at home. Can I have my gun back? Of course, it was a 5mm and some ammo. If I recall correctly, I have it right here. End dialogue. Perfect. So item acquired, standard rounds, and 5mm Hawker. And this is where I got killed earlier. I tried to take from the desk and they just popped me and I was toast. And I didn't save. So you have to save pretty often. Otherwise, like I had to start all over, which was fine. So let's equip this. I'm not sure if it matters which hand you hold it with, but it's all good. All right, let's head into the shooting range. And we'll talk to Gorski here. The tall, imposing figure of this battle-scarred veteran towers before you. You met Gorski before. He's one of the counselors that interviewed you when you first arrived. So you passed all Tanner's little tests and exercises. That could not have been easy, but don't think you're some kind of hotshot now. You are yet to deserve the privilege you've been given. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. So why are you here? Well, target practice. Go ahead then. Well, what do I do? How the hell should I know? You came here on your own. Well, actually, Tanner sent me. Well, I suppose he told you what you should be doing then. Look, just take it for a spin. Put some 10 shots into the target at whatever range and it's fine with me. And remember to end the bloody session afterwards. Tired of people leaving the lights on. I don't know how to use the consoles. All right, look here, it's simple. Use the console to set the target distance, right? Then you start a session. The session will track your hits and misses automatically so you can check your progress while you shoot. When you've had enough, end the session. Okay, so what distance do I set? Well, that depends on the weapon now, doesn't it? If you got a rifle, you can just set it to max. Otherwise, try 8 yards. Experiment a little. All right. So let's try this out here. Configure target distance. Let's do 8 yards. Start new session. Okay. 73% chance to hit. I'm out of ammo. Well, that doesn't work then. Do I just drag it down here? Or can I combine items in here? Oh, there we go. Okay. Reload the current weapon with 5mm standard rounds. Alright, so let's throw this in. Single round. There we go. Okay, so he's reloading. I imagine on the field that would take a turn. Attack the target but misses. Okay, there I hit. Hit again. Hit again. So it's chance-based, kind of XCOM style. I like that. All right, I think we get the hang of it. Let's end the session. Average damage 14, misses 6, hits. See, it's interesting because my chance to hit was 73, and I actually ended up at 67, which is good. It's not super predictable, and maybe over a large enough sample size, it would match. We're gonna end the session. Now we're gonna leave. All right. I'm actually really digging the sound design too. It's subtle, the sounds that they're using, but it's really clean. It's really like it sounds really professional for a game that's essentially still in alpha. So let's head to medical. See if we can find the physician. Where would they be? Well, let's just check in here at the desk. There's Pasquale. Hello, Mr. Odd. First of all, let me congratulate you on your admittance to our little station. I'm sure you'll love it here. It's good that you came. I actually wanted to talk to you about some of the results from those tests we did earlier. Is there something wrong with me? No, quite the contrary. Sorry if I scared you. You see, test results show that you have certain amounts of psionic potential. You mean like I can read people's minds? No, not really. Well, not yet anyways. Perhaps one day if you train your mind right. Okay, let me just tell you a bit about the psionic potential first. It's a relatively rare, inheritable, complex genetic trait that triggers the development of certain otherwise latent components of the brain. It allows a person to perform some subtle psionic invocations, such as influencing the minds of others, as well as some not so subtle ones, such as causing radical temperature changes and telekinetic manipulations. Okay, so how do I realize this potential? You must first disable your psionic inhibitor. It's a neural structure in your brain that prevents you from accessing your psionic projection centers. We assume it was designed to prevent the infants from unwittingly harming themselves or those around them. There are ways to do this by extended meditation, but this can take years. We have more efficient methods nowadays. He reaches into his pocket and takes out a large red pill. This pill will take care of the inhibitor. Yep, let's do it. Take the pill, swallow it. I don't think it's working. Uh-oh. I'm tripping. Uh-oh. Oh, good, you're awake. How are you feeling? What happened? Disabling the inhibitor seems to have caused a psionic urge, but you're all right now. While you were out, I took the liberty of performing some more DNA testing to determine the actual levels of your psionic potential. You have a decent predisposition for developing psionic powers, and if you train your mind further, you can become quite good at it. Now, I wonder if this dialogue would be different had I invested a lot right off the bat in my psionic abilities. I'll keep that in mind, but I have other business to attend to right now. All right, feat gained psi empathy. Interesting. Start the practice session at the shooting range, score 10 hits, and end the set. Oh, I have to report back to Tanner. I didn't do that. All right. So let's go report back to Tanner. Maybe he has a job for me, and he'll send me out on some type of quest. And we can see what that layout's like. Was it, oh no, Tanner was the guy, right, Tanner was the guy in, the Commons area. So I have a feeling this is one of those things where you almost want to, as goofy as it sounds, you want to take notes and, like, remember who you talk to, where people are, and how to find them, things like that. Are you ready for your mission then? Yeah, bring it. Down in the tunnels below our station, just to the north, lies a series of outposts. These outposts were built by another station a long while ago, and they use them for scouting and defense. I want you to retake these outposts. To do so, you'll need to activate the main power generator that's located in one of them. Harold from the engineering sector thinks he knows how to get the generator operational. Speak to him before you head out. I think there are a total of 5 outposts plus the one with the generator. I don't know if it's possible to activate all of them, but try to activate at least 3. You may also want to talk to Jones at the Crossroad Watch Post. Jonas. It's down in the tunnels just outside the station. You'll be passing through there anyway. He's been around the tunnels a lot, so he'll surely have some advice for you. Okay. Why are we retaking these? It's an important strategic position. Besides, cleaning them out will also push some of the unwanted wildlife further away from our station. Wildlife? I understand a pack of rat hounds moved into the area, but you best talk to Jonas about that. He'll have more details. He knows the area inside out. Alright, so let's go to engineering then. Get any information we can about these generators, and then we could probably head out. So one thing that's interesting with these alpha games is You don't know how much can change. Like, story can change. They did say like a good chunk of the campaign is finished and playable. But as development goes on, they want to add more areas, more quests, items, enemies, things like that until it's done. So I think one of the issues that they may have is the save game stuff. So if you end up in a situation where you're working through this and then you end up saving it and they do like a final release, you may have to start over. But you know what, as an alpha, I'm totally okay with that. All right, this is not the individual we wanted, I don't think. What's the sign for the binary exclusive or again? Yeah, I'm not the person to be asking for that. As it turns around to face you, you immediately notice there's something off with this man. His face is pale and hairless. He is missing one of his eyes, and instead, wires protrude from his eye socket, traveling over the side of his face and disappearing down the back of his neck. The other eye is almost colorless, with the pupil so contracted that you question whether he can even see at all. He speaks with a calm and even voice. Hello, Mr. Odd, I am Ezra. I act as the head network administrator and chief of the entire engineering sector. I'm not just going to straight up ask him if he's blind. No. What do you do here? Me specifically, the cyber department or the engineering sector? The engineering sector. We construct, deconstruct, research, upgrade, listing all the specific things we would... Listing all the specific things we do would take too much of my time. Go around and talk to people working here. They might be willing to let you know the details of their project. And what do you do specifically? I make sure that all parts of the station's internal network are communicating properly and securely and that all the scripts are running as they should. I also oversee all operations of the engineering sector. Okay, let's ask him straight up now. Esther raises his hand slowly and extends it out towards you. He holds two of his fingers in front of your face for a moment, each pointing at one of your eyes before retracting the hand. That is kind of creepy. Okay, let's go talk to other people. We used to be able to take direct control over auto turrets, but Tanner revoked that for safety reasons. Oh, let's not break in and steal anything here. Okay, let's go in here, and this is probably the guy we need to see. Harold. Hi, you must be the new guy. My name is Harold. I run this little workshop here. Name's Odd. So, you looking for something specific or just looking around? Tanner tells me you may know of a way to restore power to the outpost in the north. Yes, I remember taking a look at the power generator there a while back. I couldn't do anything about it back then because I didn't have this. He rummages through the boxes that are on the table before producing something resembling an energy core. It's a flux controller. Of course it is. If you insert it into the slot at the front of your power generator, it should get it running again. After that, you should be able to reactivate all the outposts. I'm afraid you'll have to do that manually though. You see, each of them has a switch that cuts off the power in case of a hazard. I'm afraid you have to do that manually. Okay. Well, we got the flux controller. That's a good sign, I guess. So let's check our notes. Reactivate the power generator and retake the outposts in the cave tunnels to the north. There are a total of 5 outposts. Alright, so let's see how easy it is to get out of this facility. How about the cave tunnel exit? That'll work. Okay, I can't quite get through here. Maybe this way? Okay, we still have some of our own patrols out here. These are the docks. I don't know if this is where I want to be. Who are you? Never mind, I remember you. You're that new guy. You need a ride? I need to get to the junkyard. I don't think I need to get to the junkyard. It said I need to go north. Cave tunnels to the north. Well, let's go back then. I would presume that north is straight up. Let's see if there's anything here. So, You can drag any ability usable item down here. You can equip 2 weapons and switch between them during combat without an action point cost. Quick Invoker contains all your abilities. Okay. Initiate combat manually yourself because that will allow you to move first. Oh, so instead of waiting for somebody to jump and attack you, you should initiate combat when you find it. Interesting. Okay, cool. Okay, well, it doesn't appear that we can get out this way. Let me see if there's another potential exit. Nowhere. Private quarters. Lower UnderRail station platform and barracks. Let's try that. See if we can get out. And maybe go down here. Or let's go here. Can I cross these tracks? Maybe I can't. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay, we might have some action here. This will probably just take me up to the other side of the tracks, which is fine. But I don't think there's any reason I really want to be here. Yeah, see, I can't even progress that way yet. I don't think that there's a map of any kind that I can find. Let's see here. In the cave tunnels to the north. We went down to the cave, but it wasn't north. At least I can't tell if it was north. And the one area I wanted to go is blocked off. But you know what? Maybe I'll get the guy to take me to the junkyard. Maybe that's where I need to go. Or perhaps this is underground enough. Here we go. What are you doing down here? I need to get into the tunnels. I'm not opening the gates unless it's an emergency. Why not? It's a jungle out there and I'm on my own guarding it because everyone else is working or guarding the metro tunnel upstairs. So unless Gorksy or Tanner come down here in person and tell me otherwise, this gate is staying closed. Freaking everywhere. Back when the UnderRail was built, they used them as escape routes in case there was a hazard in one of the main tunnels or just to be able to quickly access remote parts of the lower UnderRail. Nowadays, between roaming gangs and dangerous creatures that skitter about, it's not the safest way to travel around. I need to get in there. Okay, well, he's not going to let me in. But we actually... cave tunnels to the north. That must be this. Let's see. Oh, nice. I'll take the crowbar, absolutely. Maybe I can just leave. I doubt it. Yeah, we're at a dead end. So, is he saying that I would have to go and get one of those guys to come down here? Maybe what I'll do is go back up to see one of them. Maybe they will come down. I should probably reload my weapon. You never know. I really like the aesthetics here. Like, I think it's really great that even in today's, with all of today's modern technology, that people still build these, what's the right word I want to look for? Like retro style games. I just think that's really, really cool that people still do that. And I hope that they always continue to do so. And with more technology, more memory, all that, you can do so much with these things. You could branch out storylines. You could do, like, invent new mechanics, like tons of stuff. He nods, Mr. Odd, I have to go. Okay. That doesn't help. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to go down to the bottom then. Cave tunnel exit and docks. But I don't have a way of getting out. Oh, here. He didn't give you your access card yet, right? Should be around here somewhere. There it is. Red access card passed it to you. Here's the procedure. When you want to leave, you let me know and I'll open the inner gate. Then you step into the transition room and I close the inner gate and open the outer gate. When you want to get back in, use the card I gave you on the console outside, stand in front of the camera so I can confirm it's you. Then I open the outer gate, you step back in for a quick bioscan in the transition area. Once I make sure you haven't contracted any horrible diseases, I open the inner gate. Turret shred you to pieces and we burn the remains. If you do catch a disease. Well, that seems fair. Alright, so apparently this is north. Interesting. I really wish there was some type of indication as to which way you were headed, but maybe that's coming, or maybe I'm just missing it. Alright, let's see if we can find anything to kill. I really am intrigued as how this combat's gonna work. Oh, what do we have here? Old Jonas. Oh, it's the young Mr. Odd, off to do some hunting. Here you're very knowledgeable of the tunnels. Been crawling through them all of my life. What do you want to know? Let's see. How much damage does it do? Let's learn about the creatures. Well, there's cave hoppers, rat hounds, psi beetles. What creature are you interested in? Let's learn about rat hounds. They're ugly, smelly, mangy, disease-ridden, dog-sized rats. You find them anywhere, and if you can't find them somewhere, know that they'll get there too eventually. Individually, they're not so tough, but they usually move around in packs, sometimes hordes. They're very good pack hunters, so don't let them surround you. If you're in a pinch, throw flares. They're deathly afraid of fire. Okay. They're harmless little creatures, quite tasty if cooked properly. You generally find them near lakes and other damp areas because that's where their favorite food, lake mushroom, grows. They can be hard to hunt down, sometimes because they're very fast and can crawl through small crevices. You wouldn't think they would ever fit in. And psi beetles. That's a critter you just want to steer clear of. Scientists call them azure or something because of their blue stripes, but the rest of us just call them psi beetles or psi bugs for obvious reasons. They can sling all kinds of psionics at you. All right. If you bump into one, you might be able to take it, but it'll literally cause you headache. If you run into two of them, you better start retreating while you can. At least they're not that fast. You should be able to evade them. If you run into three, it's probably too late. All right. You see, the weird thing is, not only do they hit you harder when they're in a group, they also start throwing crazier and crazier stuff at you the more of them join in the fight. So they're obviously able to connect their powers together, which is kind of cool. If you absolutely must fight them, try to get close and personal. They are not comfortable with exposing their massive brains to sling psionics while people are near them. Instead, they will either try to gain some distance or will bite you. And their bite is far less dangerous than their psionics. All right. See you later, old geezer. Jesus, not very nice. He was pretty helpful. All right, let's keep heading north. Oh, I can shoot at rocks. I don't know. Oh, this is probably blocking. I'm not doing any damage to these. Rocks resist 14. Yeah, okay. So we would need something more powerful to blow up rocks. Makes sense. As you approach the passage, you hear faint squeaking sounds coming up from ahead and a pair of red, beady eyes blinking in and out of the darkness. Damn it. So, if I enter combat, Cannot initiate turn-based combat again manually so soon. Okay. Oh, so I would do this after I can see. Yeah, fair enough. So you can hit enter to go into combat, space to end it. I kind of want that to cool off now so that... Oh, look, we do have something. A rat hound. Let's do it. Mr. Odd attacks rat hound but misses. There we go. 15. Another 15. Not enough action points. Uh-oh. So, one thing I'm curious about is where my action points are. Let's end the turn. Okay, so now he's gonna come and attack me. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so you only have a certain amount. Oh, so these are my action points here. 50. And it costs me... how many? 16 to shoot with this. And now I can't see this one. So... let's see. I don't think I can rotate my map either. That would be great, but... there we go. Okay, he's down. First blood! Rat Hound dies, you gain 85 experience, as you can see up here. Oh, where was it? I thought we saw it. Oh, right here. Experience bar. I wonder if, like, if I go into cover here... oh, see, I've used too many of my action points. So he's gonna come and probably attack me. Yeah. Jesus. Not enough action points. Okay, can I move? Oh, this thing is destroying me. There we go. Okay, cool. So that's how combat works. It's different. It's really interesting. Okay, so the yellow is the movement points, the green is the action points. If I am to just... looks like I can move, and then that would leave me with all my action points. But then if I want to move again, it would actually consume my action points, which is interesting. And then the red line, you just can't. It's just a no. So that's interesting. Now that we're out of combat... oh, see, we got initiated on. He's probably gonna kill me. Let's see. He's up close, so I should hit him every time. Come on, one more. And that was a critical, too. This is cool. Okay, I'm really stoked that we got into some combat. I know it was right at the end, but this could actually get pretty interesting. Combination of where you want to be. I'm not sure if cover affects you. Probably against the animals, probably not so much, because they're just going to come at you and attack you from a melee distance. But once you start fighting other people with weapons, maybe being behind something gives you cover, maybe not. But I don't know. I'm looking to see what they do with this. This is kind of cool. And the story seems well written. It's well thought out. The writing seems really... succinct, like it's really descriptive, and I think it's kind of fast moving. The writing doesn't seem boring, and they don't throw so much, like, some RPGs will throw so much garbage at you that it's like, you know. But I would like to see if they're gonna indicate, okay, if they're gonna indicate you need to go north. Well, then I need to know where north is, and maybe it's staring at me in the face and I'm just not able to find it, but I would really like to know which direction I'm heading if it's telling me that I need to head a certain direction, especially the fact that north was down here. So I guess maybe that's just my reference point, that north is always down here, and this, you know, north, east, south, west type of thing. Maybe that's it. but it would still be cool to have the indicator as to which way you're facing. But aside from that, this is pretty good. This is what I would expect. I haven't played a Fallout game, but this is kind of what I would expect Fallout 1 to be like. And maybe to an extent Fallout 2. I'm sure they got some influence from that, but I'm excited to see where they take this. You guys can check this out on Steam Early Access. It's $10 right now. And as it gets updated, your game will get updated, and you can kind of experience the growth, provide them feedback, get involved. I think it's really cool that companies are doing that, and they're giving people a way to experience games from the beginning. And it's support to the developers, but it's also letting you guys be part of the process, because I can guarantee you this. Smaller indie developers, they would love to get as much feedback as they possibly can, right? Big companies, they pay out lots of money to get people to beta test their games. And as a developer, if someone's gonna pay you and you're playing a product that is not finalized and people are paying you for your unfinished product and they're giving you feedback to improve on it, you're gonna take that and you're gonna implement it, I would think anyway. So that's kind of one of the benefits of doing the early access stuff. But this is really fun. I'm glad we got into the combat. Very deep, I have to say. Like, even just looking at our inventory, like, look how many slots we have. You can obviously sort by armor and weapons, whatever. But we also have your character sheet that we set up at the very beginning, all of your skills, your feats, and then your base levels. We gained a feat with the Psi Empathy because we listened to the guy tell us about it. You've also got your combat statistics. So here's your base damage, here's your defense, all your resistances to heat, cold, electricity, acid, like deep. Very deep. And I would say I haven't even scratched the surface. I've barely put a nick in the surface. So if you're into this kind of game, I highly suggest checking this out. And let me know your thoughts on it. And we'll go from there. But thanks again for checking it out with me, guys. And I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Bye.